Hey everyone, welcome back to another video. It has been quite a while actually since I've sat down and done kind of a chatty vlog style or even really filmed anything. I'll run through why that is throughout this video, but I thought this afternoon I would sit outside and enjoy the afternoon light in the shade because it's actually still quite warm out in the garden right now, and sip on a nice cool peppermint tea, try to get the most Christmassy mug that I could from the pantry. And I just thought I would give you all a little bit of an update on what's going on, address the title of the video, and share a few different garden updates and things that I've been loving over the past month pretty much. It's a busy afternoon on the weekend. There's traffic around and the cats are out in the garden, so there's a little bit of activity going on, but I have a list of things written down on here that I wanted to just chat through. So this is going to be just a very chatty video where I'm going to be overlaying a lot of footage on top of what I am talking about so you can actually visually see it as well. But I thought firstly I would address the fact that we're moving. And it's actually going to be pretty soon. I've been hesitant to talk about this and say where we're moving to, and that's because we are moving state. We're moving to a completely different state, and borders and traveling has been really up and down in the past few weeks. So moving within the country has been quite challenging, but I think we have it all pretty much sorted now, and I think, fingers crossed, we're good to go. I'm not going to be saying exactly where we're moving to. You will find out hopefully within a month or so, but we are moving to New South Wales. So that's the state where we're going to be living in. It is my home state. It's where I was born. I'm so excited to get down to the cooler weather, which is a big part of why we decided to move actually, was because of the weather and both our health reasons. We just really think that a cooler environment is just going to be a lot better for us, so we're really excited for that. So over the next few weeks you'll probably see some videos of us packing up the garden. I'm going to be propagating a lot of the plants. We're not actually going to be taking a lot is going to be staying here for our family, and we're so happy that we have created such a beautiful vegetable garden that, fingers crossed, is going to be used and enjoyed and hopefully grow so much more food for our beautiful friends and family. But this has always been a temporary place for us, and we have known this for the whole year. So everything that we have done here, we've known that it's a very temporary. We moved here to save money for our house, which we're not buying where we're moving to. It's another stepping stone in our journey. We're not buying a house just yet with all of the crazy prices it's just insane how much houses are going for at the moment. But we will be starting a beautiful garden to the place that we're moving to, and this is kind of why I've been a little bit absent on social media, YouTube, making videos, is because we've been packing and organising this move, which has been taking up a lot of our spare time. We've been doing car boot sales, and Facebook Marketplace has been a very good friend lately to us to just scale down and really focus on the items and things that we actually really need. So we've definitely been downsizing because we're not planning on taking very much with us. But in the meantime, while we are still here, the next few weeks or months or however long it takes us to get to our new place, we really have been enjoying the garden, and I want to continue to enjoy the garden. And I want to keep sharing some updates of the garden with you, what we've been growing, what we've been harvesting, because it is a really productive garden at the moment. So I'll definitely include some clips of what we've been doing on top of me talking about it. Kind of the main thing that I've been focusing on is really just minimizing the weed pressure in the garden right now. Summer, spring, pretty much all year round here in the subtropics, we have, a lot of growth with the plants, and alongside that, there are a lot of weeds. So we've been trying to keep that down and just really thickly mulching areas, using cardboard to smother weeds and create more no-dig beds. And none of the weeds are going to waste. They're all either going to the worms or going into the compost to create more organic compost. So that goes for all of the weeds in the veggie patch. In terms of harvesting, we have been picking so many cucumbers, and there are some monster cucumbers right now in the garden that I really need to take out and work through. I've been making a really delicious cucumber, red onion and dill salad, and it is so refreshing as a cold salad to have as a side dish. Sometimes I'll just have a bowl for lunch, but yeah, it's a really delicious salad that I'll include the recipe in the description box. Rocky's also come to say hello. And some of the beans have also started, so fresh green beans are one of my favorite things to grow in the garden because they just really don't compare to store-bought. Fresh green beans are so crispy and so flavorful. So I've been loving just going down there and picking a handful at a time is all we really need. And they've been growing in and amongst the cucumbers, so usually it's a bean and cucumber harvest that we've been doing. Some of the bush beans are also getting quite big, and a lot of these we're going to be drying. These are a bush rooster, something like that, bush bean, and they're really pretty and hopefully going to produce really large beans so we can dry them. But other than that, we've also been picking a lot of herbs. So in particular, sage and oregano in my first garden that I planted have been really productive, and I am going to be filming a video very soon on how I am preserving some of those herbs, a really quick and easy way to do so. And I can't forget all of the gorgeous flowers in the garden. Before this video, I uploaded the video about preserving flowers in silica gel. So I've been doing a lot of preserving and making different bouquets or little posies of flowers that are growing in the garden. But right now, some of my favorites are the Orange King zinnias. That is just so big and vibrant and beautiful. And some of the Lemon Rush sunflowers as well are just looking very cute in the garden. My other favorites are the polar bear zinnias. I really love white flowers, and these ones have been really beautiful, and they just go with every other flower when you're trying to bulk up a bouquet of flowers. Been really loving adding those in, and all of the straw flowers or paper daisies. Something that has been really difficult is just dealing with all of the rain and thunderstorms that we've been having. The thunderstorms that we've had over the past few days have been quite wild and brought in a lot of heavy downpours of rain, which makes it difficult to work out in the garden, because I usually like to work in the garden later in the afternoon, and that's been when the storms have been coming. But the rain is really well needed, and I'm thankful that a lot of the water catchments around are filling up and the dams are filling up. Some of them are still quite low, and despite even some of the flooding that we've been having, the ground just still needs water, and flooding is a very natural thing that happens in southeast Queensland. So whilst it prevents me from doing certain things and it causes a lot of damage, it's also very familiar for this time of year. So as people mowing their lawns, which I'm now having to enjoy that beautiful sound of mowing. Other things in the garden that I'm excited for is harvesting the corn, which I think I'm going to be picking one maybe today or tomorrow. The first crop of sweet corn is ready, and the second one is growing so tall, and I'm hoping that we get a good harvest from that. But along with everything that we've been harvesting from the garden, I'm also starting to preserve a lot of it. Over the next few days, I'm going to be making some pickles or gherkins, whatever you want to call it, with a lot of the cucumbers. It's just a really simple brine of vinegar. I might add some dill and some pepper and garlic maybe. And I just like to make refrigerator pickles, so they don't really need canning or anything like that. You just need a clean jar to put in cucumbers. However you want to cut them up, I'm just going to slice these so we can use them in salads or on burgers. And then just pour the brine over them, let them sit even for a few days. They'll start to absorb a lot of the flavor, and then they're ready to be used. You can use some salt over the cucumbers before you put them in the jar, just to draw out excess moisture, but it's not necessary if you just want to make a few quick batches of pickles. And these are going to probably make a little extra Christmas present for some of our family who likes to eat pickles. And then along with that, I'm going to be drying some herbs, which I mentioned I'm going to try and put together a video on how I am drying herbs. And also I've just been loving experimenting with different things and cooking in the kitchen. It's been really great for my mental health to start baking again. I love to bake and create recipes. And I did recently find a gorgeous ginger molasses cookie recipe by Annie, the Green Witch. She has such a beautiful channel. Both of her vlog channel and main channel are just gorgeous. So I used her recipe to make some cookies, and they turned out really great, and everyone in the family has been liking them. It was such a beautiful process to make them, and I love cooking with molasses and ginger. So it was a really nice Christmas activity that I haven't really been doing, unfortunately. A lot of decorating and other Christmas activities, so I was happy to do that. We did also decorate the tree a while ago, and I did film that, so if you're interested, I'll put a little bit of an overlay of us decorating the tree. The cats were a good help, and they still are a good help. Annie tends to pick the decorations off the tree and bring them to us at night time just as presents, so we usually find decorations all around the house that the cats have just taken off at night and put them as presents for us, I suppose, around the house. So I did have in mind to do a lot of Christmas videos and decorating, but then the move really took over our spare time, and I didn't really get to do a lot. But there's always time next year to do those kinds of videos, but I did want to include a little bit of Christmas in this video and yeah, try and get in the festive spirit as much as we can. But other than that, I just kind of wanted to wrap up the video of sharing what's next for the Nature Patch, what my plans are for videos and things like that, so you're all aware of what's happening. We are going to be, as I said before, propagating some of the plants and taking that with me, so I'll share that process of what I would like to take and how I'm kind of packing up my garden, both physically and mentally as well, to say goodbye and let go. So we'll have to do another garden tour as a kind of send off goodbye to the garden, and I'll try and fit in another harvest video as well. And then there's going to be some moving vlogs, or one moving vlog of us packing up the car, taking the cats and everything down to our new place. And then hopefully within a month or so, I'll be able to share with you a tour of the new garden space. I'll tell you now, it's a really special place that we're moving to. It has a very special place in my heart. It has been well loved, and I am so excited to start a garden there and create a community of like-minded people, which thankfully we're moving a little bit closer to some people that we've met on YouTube and online. So I am very excited to connect a little bit more and to just set roots down a little bit more in an area, which I really haven't done in so long. So yeah, we're super excited. And of course I forgot to mention, but a lot of my other time has been submitting my PhD. I have been finishing off my thesis, and as of now I have like a full draft copy that I'm just finalizing a few of the little chapters and tweaks and references, and then that's going to be done, which is 4 years of my life in a document, basically a book that I have written chapters of research, and I'm going to be submitting that and saying goodbye and moving on to the next chapter in my life, which will hopefully include a very large expansion of the Nature Patch community. We have so many plans for 2022. I love the number 2. I love even numbers, and I just have a really great feeling about next year. We have so many plans to learn and share knowledge and grow with this community that we have created. But if there's any videos that you would like to see before we move, I would be totally happy to make those. I'd love your input on what you would like to see. And I also just want to say a massive thank you for sticking with me for this long. This has been quite a long, lengthy video of a chat. But I do like to keep you all in the loop because I like to know, what's happening with content creators that I watch, and I really appreciate that. So hope that you're as excited for us for the new adventure, and you'll find out soon enough where we're moving to. But in my opinion, it's one of the most beautiful areas in Australia. So I'm so excited to go on camping adventures and go on bushwalks around in our new home. So I think I might leave the video here and go and spend a little bit more time in the garden with my cup of tea, and also just listen to the beautiful sound of the cicadas which have been joining us in this video without asking if they could be a part of it, but they are. So thank you again so much for watching, and definitely leave a comment down below of some videos that you would like to see, and make sure to like this video if you enjoyed it, and subscribe for lots more garden content and new garden content, and how to connect to nature. Hope you're having a lovely day wherever you are in the world, and until my next one, happy gardening everyone. Bye.